This is Young Gerald, G-Eazy reporting live. You're watching HotNewHipHop. Yada die. Yee! Man, I met Jay-Z and was hella starstruck. I had dinner with him, and it was like exactly what you would think. Like he's him, literally. Like we're at a steakhouse in Midtown, eating lobster, and we're talking about gangster movies, we're talking about basketball, and he's telling a story about Suge Knight. It's like literally like, you know what I mean? Is this real right now? Man, this is happening. Everything in me just wanted to pull out my phone and like text all the homies like, yo, I'm there with Jay-Z. But crazy. We just been making so much fucking music. I finished my tour in Australia in like February, and I haven't left the studio since. Like, we're in there in a room with no windows, with my phone on airplane mode, just working nonstop, like 18-hour days. It's like sleep, get food and coffee, go to studio. Sleep, food and coffee, studio. And for the last 6 months, we've only ever left that room like to go play festivals on the weekend, you know what I mean, play shows, come back to studio. So we were just sitting on so much music, and it's like, while people have to wait for the album, you want to, give them something. So I just like dropping 3 songs at a time, man. It's like, you always there's different sides, there's different styles, there's different sides of me. So I felt like an outsider my whole entire life. I've never exactly fit in anywhere, man. I mean, I'm me, with running, I like telling stories, man, and just going back and just retelling stuff. And I was talking about being in New Orleans, like, I'd gotten out there. I didn't want to go to college. But I'd gotten this scholarship to be there, and my mom's was just like, "You don't have a choice. Sorry, you got to go." And I got to New Orleans, and it was all new. I was like, out of my element. That you're like 18 on your own in a whole new city, in these dorms with like kids from around the country who come from all different kinds of backgrounds or whatever. I miss the Bay. I miss home. I miss my homies. Like, and just being there and just soaking up this entirely different culture. From like, even though the Bay and New Orleans, forever have this relationship, this like connection, it was entirely new for me, to get out there. But just warming up to the city. When I got out there, no one was fucking with my music, man. It was like, I was, this hyphy kid from the Bay. It was, you know what I mean? Like, and I looked like an alien, and they didn't get the music. And, I remember trying to like, it took some time, for me to like, to build a following out there, or whatever, to get booked for shows, to do music with people. I was trying to hustle my shit, and it was like, I felt like I was getting no traction or whatever. And, so I stayed cooped up in my dorm room and just, was in the studio every day and just worked, until it finally started to come together.